Hi, welcome back. These are the clips from my previous video, MTG Books Foundation Course series. This year I'm covering class 7. This is part 2 of Biology, Nutrition in Plants. All the links are in the description. Please do check that out. Visit my channel and help me reach my next milestone, 1000 subscribers. So please do share, like, and of course subscribe. Now let's get straight to this video, Nutrition in Plants, part 2. Nutrition in plants. So in this, the first part, we covered the autotrophic nutrition. The whole section was covered, which consists of photosynthesis, factors affecting photosynthesis, symbiosis. Okay. Now today in this video, we are going to see heterotrophic nutrition. So heterotrophic nutrition. Okay, all animals, fungi, bacteria and non-green plants cannot prepare their own food. They depend directly or indirectly upon green plants for their nutrition. This mode of nutrition is called as heterotrophic nutrition. Now, heterotrophic is divided into two categories, that is parasitic plants and then insectivorous plants. Okay, now parasitic plants is again classified into two categories called as total parasites, partial parasites. Okay. So, parasitic plants. A parasite is an organism that lives in or on the body of another organism and derives nutrients from it. The organism from which a parasite derives its nutrient is called as host. Okay, host. So, they get the nutrients from the parent plant. Like we are for our parents, we are the parasites of our parents. We depend on them. So like that. So they are the host and we are the parasites. Just like this, just like that. The parasitic plants is the one that derives some or all the nutrients from the nutrient requirements from its living host plant. These parasites develop special root-like structure called as hostoria. Special root-like structures called as, through which they absorb the nutrients, they are called as hostoria. Okay, which penetrates the stem of the host plant and derive its valuable nutrients. Parasitic plants can be categorized into, as said over here, total parasites and partial parasites. We will see in detail the total parasites. Total parasites are plants are totally, like the name suggests, it totally dependent on the host for food and no longer need green leaves. Example is, here the example covered is Cuscuta. That's how I think it is pronounced. Cuscuta, dodder or amarbale, it is a leafless, rootless parasite plant that cannot photosynthesis at all. It has yellow wire-like stems that entangles itself around the host plant. So the first example of total parasite example is Cuscuta. Cuscuta is leafless, rootless plant. Cuscuta, wire-like, leafless, rootless, and most important, wire-like stems, which entangles with the host to get the nutrients. Okay, and it derives its food from it. So it's a total stem parasite. So which is a total stem parasite? Cuscuta. Cuscuta is a stem parasite, and we are going to see the next one, next example, which is root parasite called Rafflesia. This is a root parasite. root parasite. This is a root parasite. Example of total root parasite is Rafflesia. It grows on the roots of the host plant. Its stem is highly reduced to fine thread growing in the roots of the host plant where it sucks its food. Okay, chlorophyll is totally absent. It's a gigantic flower in the world. Okay, the flower is big, humongous. So second is the partial parasites. We will see the examples for that too. So partial parasite plants possess green leaves. They have green leaves and can synthesize their own carbohydrates food by photosynthesis. However, they depend on host plants for water and minerals. Example, mistletoe is a partial parasite that has green leaves which manufacture majority of its food from the photosynthesis but takes only the water and minerals from host and grows on trees such as mango and mahua. So the example for partial parasite, it is mistletoe. So this you would have heard in most of the movies. We will see regarding that. So this is mistletoe. So here is an example of mistletoe they have shown. This is a Cuscuta and this is Rafflesia. So what is Cuscuta? How does it look? So this is how a Cuscuta looks like. Wow, dreamy kind of fairy tale movie kind stuff. Wow. But I'm pretty sure if you watch it during night, in a tree swaying in the air, you will definitely be scared. I will definitely be scared, yes. So this is how it looks like, and it is a dodder. What's a dodder? Dodder is the species of leafless twining parasitic plants. They are called as dodders. So this is one of them. And then we also saw the hostorial roots. So hostorial roots, this is how it looks like, the root-like appendages. So through these only they twine with the host plant and they suck the nutrients out of it. So this is a close-up of those root-like structures. Through which in here it is the twining is attached to a leaf. So how convenient. So that is Cuscuta for you. And this is Rafflesia. Wow, look at the size of it. It's huge, humongous, and it's so beautiful. Look at the size. Remember, this is one single flower. It's always on the floor because it's a root parasite. And you know what? It's Rafflesia, also known as a stinking corpse lily. It's stinking corpse lily, a parasitic flowering plant genus known for its large, foul-smelling flowers. How beautiful the flower is and how stinky. Wow, nature. So this is mistletoe. Okay, you would have seen this in Hollywood movies where during Christmas they will have the wreath and on top they might have mistletoe. If you're under the mistletoe, you are supposed to kiss whoever you are with. So this is how it looks like. It will be growing in bunches on a tree. It is because it's a parasite. So if you want to know what really is a mistletoe, it is actually dung on a twig. It is called as dung on a twig. So what it means is it's the mistletoe. It's a parasitic plant. It's unusual pattern, just like this, bunches. So when after droppings from the bird on the tree, and then it penetrates on the branches and it grows. So that is how a mistletoe grows on a tree. So now let's see the second category, which is insectivorous plants. So, insectivorous plants. Insectivorous plants are the plants which feed on insect, as the name suggests. They are green and synthesize their own food by the process of photosynthesis. But they also feed on insects. For what? To obtain the nitrogen nutrition. These plants grow in the soil that are usually nitrogen deficient. Therefore, they use the nitrogen nutrition from the insect to supplement the food they prepare by photosynthesis. Examples: picture plant, Nepenthes, Venus flytrap, Dione, sundew, bladderwort, etc. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. They have in detail given 2, but they have listed down 4. That is pitcher plant, Venus flytrap, sundew, bladderwort. Okay, these plants have developed special mechanism to trap, digest, and absorb the insects. Okay, in pitcher plant. Okay, pitcher plant. Very important. Pitcher plant is a modified part of leaf. So this is the leaf. It modifies to become this pitcher plant. Okay. The apex of the leaf, the apex of the leaf forms a lid which can open and close, and the mouth of the picture. This is the mouth. Okay, mouth or a rim as mentioned here. Inside the pitcher plant there are hairs which have grown inwards like and then the walls are slippery. Okay, so when an insect lands on the pitcher, the lid closes and it's trapped inside and gets entangled in the hair. The insect is there is digestive fluids over here, so the digestive gland area and the digestive juices will secrete in the pitcher plant, will digest the insects. That's how they get the nitrogen for their nutrition. So this is modification. So pitcher plant is a modification of leaf. Okay, and next comes the Venus flytrap. So this is Venus flytrap. So Venus flytrap, Dione. The leaf consists of 2 lobes. This one and then this one too. 2 lobes. Around the margin of each lobe there are stiff pine-like guard hair. So these are called as guard hair. So this is what will trap. The inner surface has short stiff called trigger hairs. So inner surface they have trigger hairs. Okay, inner surface they have trigger hairs. So outer surface they have guard hairs, and then inner surface they have trigger hairs. And this is the reddish color, and this is reddish in color to attract the insects. The moment an insect touches the trigger hair, the lobes mesh up and they close just like this. So the lobes mesh up together to trap it. Thus insectivorous plant exhibit both autotrophic and heterotrophic modes of nutrition. That's why they are called as partial heterotrophs, because they also carry out the process of photosynthesis. So partial heterotrophs. They are called as insectivorous or called as partial heterotrophs. Moving on, we have completed the nutrition, autotrophic nutrition and heterotrophic nutrition. We have covered the parasitic plants and insectivorous plants. Heterotrophic or nutrition also covers the saprotrophs. So saprotrophs are organisms that obtain the nutrition from non-living organic material, usually dead and decaying plants and animal material. These organisms releases digestive juices on the dead and decaying matter and convert it into soluble form and then absorb that nutrient from it. The mode of nutrition in which organisms taking nutrients in soluble form from dead and decaying are called as saprotrophic nutrition. Examples of saprotrophic nutritions are fungi and bacteria. So saprotrophs are we are going to see fungi and bacteria. So what's fungi? So fungi are saprotrophic organism which obtain the nutrition from dead and decaying organic matter. Fungi are usually more abundant in warm and humid areas. The white cottony mass of fine thread that grows on stale bread, fruits, pickles, leather goods and cow dung, etc. is a fungi called bread mold. And for us the most common fungi is the mushroom, our favorite mushroom soup, mushroom curry, mushroom pakoda, all those umbrella shaped non-green white, brown or pinky structures growing on logs of wood during rainy season are called as mushrooms. This we will not have, but the edible form. Some mushrooms are edible and form a delicacy, whereas some varieties of mushrooms are poisonous. Fungi reproduces through spores. spores of fungi are always floating around in the air. So during hot and moist weather, when these spores land on some moist organic matter, they germinate and form a mesh of fine thread of fungus. Usually we see it as in the bread, where we will see it as growing on like a spongy white stuff. So that's what this is. So what are the benefits of fungi? 3 benefits. Some fungi, example mushrooms, are edible and mostly used as vegetable. They are rich in vitamins. Yeast, so bread, for the bread to rise up, you need organic material called as yeast. In the dough, when you mix the yeast, it will rise up to form, and when you bake, it will become the bread that we eat. So that rising is due to the reactions, chemical reactions and gases being released is by the yeast. So raising agent. Yeast is a raising agent. So baking and brewery industry. So yeast is also used in alcohol preparation. Yeast is used. Some fungi are also used in the preparation of medicines. Very, very important. Penicillium is used to make an important antibiotic called penicillin. Antibiotic. So antibiotic. It will kill the other organisms, bacteria. So that's why it's called as antibiotic penicillium. Next, harmful effects of fungi. Fungi spoils our food, clothes, leather goods and various. See, leather and all, if it's exposed to rain or moist, humid, you will have patches of white stuff which will ruin the cloth or the leather goods, especially various articles. Okay, fungi causes diseases in plants. They spoil various crop plants such as wheat, rice, potato, sugar cane. Fungi also causes various diseases in animals and human beings. So next comes the bacteria. Bacteria are unicellular microorganisms. Bacteria is unicellular organisms like fungi. Many bacteria show saprotropic nutrition. Example, Pseudomonas. Okay, they obtain their food from dead and decaying organic matter. Example, animal excreta, vegetables, fruits, etc. Saprotrophic bacteria secrete digestive enzymes which digest the organic matter in the soil environment, takes nutrients from in the solution form, soluble form, in the solution form. Okay. Now, what are the benefits of bacteria? Bacteria helps in breaking down organic content to the content of sewage. Now we have in railways, you would have seen the biolatrin or the biolatrin. So they use this method. They are using bacteria to break down the sewage. This is very effective, very cost effective also. Hence help in sewage disposal. Bacteria convert animal dung and other organic waste into manure. And harmful bacteria. So we know all about the harmful effects, all the diseases and infections that we get. They cause spoilage of food and food poisoning. They deteriorate number of household articles like fabric, etc. And most important, diseases in plants and animals. So extra competition window is given here. If you want, you can pause the video and read it. Next comes symbiosis. So this is a special mode of symbiosis is a special mode of nutrition when two organisms live together and share shelter and nutrients. Their association is called as symbiosis or symbiotic relationship. Okay, that is you help me, I will help you. So both of us will live in peace. So this is called as symbiosis. You help me, I will help you. Both of us will live together. Okay, live together in peace. So lichen is an example of symbiotic relationship between algae and a fungus that live together and mutually beneficial to each other. Alga is an autotroph and fungus is a saprotroph. Fungus provides shelter, water and minerals from the soil to alga, and the alga in return prepares food for fungus by photosynthesis. Wow. So this is lichen. Okay. So this is called as that you help me, I will also help you. We will live together in peace is called as symbiosis. So first is lichen, second is mycorrhiza. Is another example of symbiosis in which certain fungi live in the roots of some trees. Mycorrhiza, roots of some trees. Okay, tree being photosynthesis provides nutrient to fungi, and fungi helps the plant to take up water and nutrients from the soil. So mycorrhiza. So first one is symbiosis. First one is lichen, second one is mycorrhiza, and third one is leguminous plants. So what are they? Rhizobium, very important. Rhizobium bacteria show symbiotic relationship with each other. Rhizobium can take up the nitrogen, atmospheric nitrogen, and convert them into soluble nitrogenous compounds in the soil that plants can absorb. Rhizobium is a heterotroph. It cannot make its own food and therefore lives in the roots of the leguminous plants like beans, peas and mung, where it gets food and shelter. In turn, it provides the plant with nitrogen. So this is symbiosis. Replenishment of nutrients in the soil. Plants require nutrients for their growth. Plants require nutrients for the growth. They absorb the nutrients from the soil. Continuous growing of crops in the field makes it deficient in vital nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. So these nutrients need to be added from time to time to make it enrich the soil and to keep the plants healthy. The enrichment of soil can be done by the following ways. We all know that farmers use the fertilizers to increase the fertility. Manures add organic matter to soil to increase the fertility, and fertilizers are rich in specific plant nutrients such as nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium. So any plant to grow, you need three things, that is nitrogen, phosphorus, nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. So these are the three main things that any plant would need to grow. And then second is, after a crop is harvested, the soil becomes deficient in nitrogen. So farmers may grow leguminous crops. So you would have heard plant rotation, right? So once they planted wheat, next time they would after they do the harvest, and they will next plantation they will be some nitrogenous like peanuts to replenish the nutrients in the soil, which is very important. Then that's how the next batch of wheat or the main plant will grow. Okay, so rhizobium bacteria present in the root legume crops add nitrogenous components. So in this way, symbiotic association is of great significance for the farmers. So for farmers, they are most beneficial for the farmers. They do not need to add nitrogen fertilizer to the soil in which leguminous plants are grown. So we have reached the last part of this video. We have completed Nutrition in Plants Chapter 1 Biology Class 7. Hope you understood all the topics that's been discussed. Next video will be all the questions in quiz format. Stay tuned for it. And if you have still not subscribed to my channel, what are you doing? Click the subscribe button. Join my channel. Meet you soon in the next video. Until then, bye.